piece the whole lap together, it would have been good, huh?
I think that, yeah, that third lap, last lap, was a solid lap.
Yeah, well,
and when I seen you slow down, like,
that's the lap you went outside.
Is it?
I was hoping it wasn't that that one mistake that stopped you from doing it, but obviously you knew that you lost a fair bit of time.
Yeah, I know, you had 6 seconds
Hey, Lukey.
Everyone's highlight.
Oh, so good.
UMP prep.
That was like Jade's.
Yeah, that's not 125 diet.
That's like Jade's second one. I was like, we should have just got the 6 for 30 and just kept going back up and just tick out once we get out up to our 6.
Alright, day one here at Coolum for Queensland titles. We've done practice and qualifying. The goal was to make it in Super Pole because there's a bunch of quick guys here for the shootout. You had to be top 6. I got 6th. I was actually super happy with how I was riding. I made a couple mistakes, but if I cleaned that up, my actual speed was really good, so pretty happy with how it started. Just about to go for a bit of a run now because we've had a massive break between. Go for a run, warm up, and then watch a little bit of MX2, which just took off, so go watch them, see if I can pick up on some lines, get warm and have a good day.
It's a hard pack track when you find that little cushion.
Yeah.
They've got that out there. It just looks different and it'll feel different because it's got a lot more movement with it, but I feel like that's exactly what he was hitting out there, and that's why he's driving so fast exiting turns.
I'd rap, but I can't go.
You rap, but you can't?
I'd rap, but it's too fast.
Walked him up, straight into the ground.
Are we leading right now?
up, it's like it just takes out of you. That first 2 laps takes out of you, but you just know that any other day you'd be off the pace in those 2 laps, and then you carry it to their pace and you maintain it. You go on the opposite, you went 2-3 laps at their pace, whether you didn't feel gas, but you looked like you had to back it down because you looked weak, you were bouncing around a bit, and you weren't flying as good, but all round, like I said, it's still a decent motor.
Waters lines are so good. Like how you said,
he's so,
he's like, what he does, exactly what you said, but even the inside edges.
Everything, no matter what line it is, he's on
he
the
doesn't
top
go in the middle, he goes in the edges, and it's so good.
He just drives everywhere.
It makes it look so easy because he just doesn't hit bumps. It's sick.
And
like, it's pretty good how he
rides.
Don't know what it is, but Macca's Coke after a day's riding always makes me feel so much better. An epic spot to have a motocross race. Okay, so wrap this one up with a nice little sunset walk. So day one, got off to a good start. I was probably around 3rd or so coming around the first turn, sweeping around the outside of Dean, and I just saw his front wheel tuck and knew straight away, it was like, that's probably not good, because he was obviously in front, so when you tuck and there's a bunch of people coming, it's not going to be the greatest. So I think a few of the boys went down in that, and then I actually inherited the lead from that, so I technically hole shot it, I guess, but yeah, so that was a good start, got off there, and then my intensity was good for the first few laps, but my lines were just not great. I think I was too scared to move around because I was in front. I was scared of sort of like trying something new and it not working and getting past, but essentially I got past anyway from Jai. He was riding really good again. I just really couldn't do too much about it. He just had me for pace. Then Waters come from the back, obviously, come back through. He was riding really fast, blew my doors off. And then from there, I was like, all right, just try to get in your flow, try to get going fast. And it was going not too bad. But then I noticed Dean was coming, so those last few laps, so I put the hammer down a little bit, started to go a bit quicker. I think I put one of my fastest laps in on the very last lap. So I held him off and got 3rd for the day. So pumped with that, that was good, solid ride. I just need to, still need to be better tomorrow. I really wasn't flowing that well. I've got 2 different fork settings this weekend that I've got Dan to build for me, just to try something a little bit different. I always obviously want to be better. So the fork setting I tried today was a stiffer version, and I felt like it was good, except for lining up the ruts in the slower turns, because obviously there's not a ton of pressure. And over those bumps, it was like the bike was just coming back at me. The handlebars were coming back at me rather than, you know, able to like go through the bumps and line it up. So I've got a softer set that's sitting in the van. I'm going to throw them on in the morning, give it a go, just see how it goes. It's got a softer mid valve, which obviously in those big hits mightn't be the best, but I think it'll give me that comfortability on those tighter, slower turns where you got to get that flow. So we'll give it a crack and hopefully we can end up on the box for this weekend. So an advantage to being on the Sunshine Coast and racing back-to-back days is I can just come home, jump in the freezer for a bit, cool the body down, hopefully recover a little bit better for tomorrow. And then drop into here and then figure that out, or wide and then to mid.
I reckon. What are you thinking?
I was not good at this corner, but it's hard to know. There's like, you pick one spot at the start of the corner, you're like, yeah, that'll be sweet, and then you get to the exit and you're like, yeah, that doesn't work. Just got to be super strong here. It's crazy. So yesterday in second moto, when Todd passed me, I was just blown away with how good his lines were. He really used the edge of the track, but not so much just the sides. Like, he's actually using the edges and missing the bumps. Like, it was like he's only hitting bumps half the size as me because he was using half the track as like a bit of a plateau to miss one. So I'm trying to look for little stuff like that now, and then while I'm racing today, I'm gonna like repeat that in my head, just like look for stuff like that, because he can charge so much harder because he's not worried about the huge bump that's there because he's missing half of it. So that's going to be interesting to see if I can pick it up like on race day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here you've got 2. So you've got 2 bumps in the same time that you've got 6 out there. And it's like that unsettled feeling. Here you can just go, wide open over the bumps, like, and then 90-degree down the thing.
On the exit, it just looked like you just wide open all the way through.
I found like I just like turned 90 and then found a random like smooth line in the middle.
But if it's smooth on the exit, why can't that outside line follow you the whole way around to there?
So rough. And it's like the bumps are deep and like this far away, so it's like Supercross loops.
I was watching Watson behind you. Like once you figured out that, well, the lap I seen you actually go around the smooth line, I was watching up the inside there and the thing was just rocking him. Like it looked like a lot of energy. You won't get, you're in the side lap now.
Yeah.
If you know that corner is difficult, and I
just go have a look.
Don't know about your line. Your line might be okay, but through the other long sweeper, where you're sitting down early and like you have to do like 3 turns through it to get through. I don't know. He was going very inside, and he was catching you at one stage through there. Yeah. I don't know what the line's like, but he did get close to you there a few times when he ran through that inside.
Okay, so we've done Moto 2. Okay, so Moto 1 for today, Moto 2. Moto went pretty well. I got a really good start. I felt like I was happy with how I attacked the first turn. I like slid around, like hopefully someone got a shot of it because it would have been pretty sick. Slid around the outside. I feel like I was in about 3rd and just got pushed wide in the 2nd turn and come out about 5th. And I was fairly happy with the intensity of the first few laps, but again, my line selection wasn't great. Took me a little bit to get into a rhythm. Started to ride. I rode better than yesterday, but just didn't quite have the speed of the boys. And then, yeah, ended up P4 for the day, so that was solid. We did try those other forks, so we went a softer setting, softer mid-valve, made it way easier to line up the ruts, so I'm happy with that. We've kept that setting in. Just about now to head out for the shootout. So what they're doing here, it's 1v1, so I qualified 6th, just made it in, it's top 6. Todd Waters qualified 5th, so it's me versus Todd straight up. I think we get a sight lap and then it's just 1 lap sprint, go 1v1. Toddy's had a lot of speed on me so far for the weekend, but it'll be cool to, you know, just send it for a lap and see what we can do with it. So,
get creative.
Yeah, yeah.
Down the straight, they head into that horrible double turn of the throttle. They come back towards us over that little jump, over and take that inside jump. Tries to get to the outside now. Swings his way around, loses a little bit of time on the outside. So far out there at the moment. Now he's on the right hand. He's showing him he's over the MXstore outside. Ferris has been defending all the inside lines, putting that Yamaha right where it needs to be at all times. Over the T-Dub tabletop, it's still so close.
Even Walkers was jumping.
Yeah, I don't know what they do to get it to not.
Had a crack.
That's good. I wish I didn't stuff that corner. I could have passed him, I reckon.
The
So you did a
left-hander.
49. There's no reason why you can't do a 49 when you're...
Did he do a 49, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, got some stepping up to. I've never seen you take that right-hander into that split lane faster, ever. Like, you caught him so much.
Entry was good, the exit...
Well, the exit he ended up doing that wheelie thing or something, but like
There's
still...
like 3 lines, and he said, because we spoke about this,
No, it still
Gibbsy got it really good, the exit of it.
Yeah.
He said it was like 3 lines. I think Gibbsy must have been the lower one, and as soon as he got in, he just went and pulled out really quickly. You approached hard, and then you just lost that little edge coming out of it.
through the middle.
But everyone's going to see it, and it's just going to be gnarly when we get out there.
That other one you're talking about, that wall one. Yeah, I had a moment of that.
Very solid.
I'm not as happy with that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was good in spots, but I was weak, really weak.
Yeah.
Like I could have went, actually that one I felt better, but I felt like I didn't have enough left in the tank to do it. I could go fast, but it was loose. Like I feel like I could have went and like actually like gone more closer to the boys, like the top boys' pace if I just was a bit stronger. That was alright. Yeah, like I had moments of good then.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, I thought that looked pretty good.
It
You
was
just had that
horrendous
charge.
the last 5 minutes or whatever. It was so disgusting.
Not the best. I wouldn't say horrendous.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely seen you do worse.
I just felt bad for my bike.
Oh, you're
I
like,
was,
right.
I was just tired, so I was like, just.
I don't
going
think you were the
fast, like,
only one, babe.
half of it, I'd like come with it, no, get this perfect, and like get it, and I'd get it really good. And other spots, I was just like clutching elbows.
You look how brutal the track was. Your times are quicker than what it was in your second moto, and more consistent. I was putting your times every single lap. He doesn't even read the damn board.
53.
One of them. That was like on the second lap.
I hear you were swinging off it.
Yeah, I was.
I did an awesome job. Like I said, it's such a good racetrack. Even like the shootouts and stuff. There's not many tracks where you can go inside, outside the whole way through and have a good battle. And this place is